Good day, everybody.
Good morning.
How are we doing? Did you have fun yesterday?
Yeah, I sure did.
How many of you were singing karaoke?
Couple of you? Couple? Yeah, Jessica slayed the Taylor Swift last night.
Let's not talk about that. Eva, what's the plan for today now?
For today, we have 4 more pitching companies actually for the Slush Play pitching competition. Yesterday we had 3, the 3 first ones, and we have 4 awesome pitches today. The lineup for today is Vizor, Flow VR, Iceflake, and MovieMask. So, what are the prizes for the winning team?
So the winner of the Slush Play pitching competition will receive amazing VR gear and tools and tickets to Slush in Helsinki.
Really looking forward to that. The winner will be announced later today on this stage, actually after 5 p.m., so be sure to be here.
And again, in our awesome judging panel, we have Jenna Palmer, Managing Director at Stug and Game Accelerator. Tommy Leap, Advisor and Investor. Iris Andresdotter, Producer at King. And Olafur Angry Ragnarsson, Technical Visionary at Nomadic Lottery Solution and Chairman of the Board of Raw Furry Games.
Okay, without further ado, let's introduce to the stage from Finland, Visor.
Hello, Reykjavik. Can you hear me? My name is Carlo. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Vizor. At Vizor, we believe that you should not have to be a game developer to be able to create VR. We believe that the tools for creating VR should be accessible and that they should embrace creativity. We believe that the barrier of entry for both creating and consuming VR should be as low as possible. So, with this in mind, we have created Vizor. Vizor is a platform for creating, sharing, and discovering VR on the web. And the key driving principle we have is that the user experience of creation should be as smooth, frictionless as possible. So, let's go into more detail. Anyone nowadays can take 360 photos. You can do so with cheap, inexpensive cameras like the Ricoh Theta. Just press a button, you get this photosphere. You can use apps on the App Store on iPhone or Android. Or if you're more technically inclined, you can render them using rendering software. Okay. With Vizor, you can take these photos. We create this workflow where you can take a photo, drag and drop that into the browser window, and you will immediately get a shareable VR experience that you can share or you can embed to any other website in the world. Furthermore, you can take a bunch of these photos, you can link them up, you can add interactive elements, you can add text, 3D, audio, and immediately you have a shareable experience. You have an URL that you can share with the friends on Facebook, on social media, or you can embed. The business opportunity here is kind of twofold. With the public-facing side, we are targeting bloggers, we are targeting journalists, and generally people with 360 cameras. However, our technology allows us to scale this up further. We can target marketing, media, designers, marketplaces, real estate. So the chances are, the next time you're buying your next house, you buy your next Tesla, or your next kitchen, you'll be doing that with technology powered by Vizor. Makes sense. Obviously, we are very ambitious, but we have assembled the Strike team to make this happen. So our CTO, Jaakko, he was the founder and CTO at Rocketpack, a leading HTML5 games engine and development platform. I myself, I've been doing games since the 90s, both on console and mobile, and leading development teams. And most recently, which kind of ties into the previous speaker, I was the lead engineer at the Foundry, working on their flagship product, Nuke, which is used in 9 out of 10 Hollywood films created. So if you've been in the movies or if you've seen television, you have seen the effects of my work. Okay, done. Questions?
I think it was a very good presentation. I got the image very well. I understand what you're doing. My question is, what is your business model? How are you going to make money?
So our key priority right now is to not make money first. Obviously, we will be rolling out a SaaS model next year. The key thing for us is getting user base. So obviously, we want to get big with this. We want to have a massive user base rather than trying to monetize too early. But we will be rolling out a SaaS model next year, primarily for the business customers first. So we're basically going to have 3 tiers: free, cheap, and then a bit more expensive, depending on what you do with Vizor.
Great presentation, thank you.
Thank you.
With the proliferation of 360 cameras, all the other platforms like Facebook and YouTube are also looking to capture users to post to their services. How will you differentiate? What's going to be different about posting to Vizor?
We are not just about sharing, although sharing is the kind of simplest use case we offer. So you can augment these things with 3D audio, create immersive stories rather than just share a 360 photo. So we give you a much more. We built technology already of building these things, so we offer you a much deeper experience of what you can do. So you can create stories, interactive VR experiences rather than just 360 photos.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. What I'm wondering is, now, have you looked at using apps for this, or?
So you mean deploying into an app?
Yes, yes, because
yes.
If you're in the field, you see something really nice. Now everything is about real time. So you are here, you want to share, and you don't want to go to a computer or upload. You just want to do it in the moment that you are.
It works on mobile already,
okay.
But we could entirely deploy it in the app as well. But the website works on mobile, so you can upload from your mobile wherever you are.
Okay, thank you.
With a single click.
So is there any more questions from the judges? Okay, that's it. Thank you, Vizor.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have an Icelandic startup or company, Flow VR.
Be immersed in the power of Icelandic nature through a VR experience of unprecedented visual detail and quality. Combined with the binaural sounds of nature, Icelandic music, and quality-guided modern meditation practices. A breathtaking experience that will make it possible for you to access more calm, joy, peace, and clarity from your very first try. The experience is mesmerizing for all ages and all levels of meditation experience. Take a deep, full breath, filling your whole lungs. Ask yourself, how do I feel in this moment? Continue to breathe and to expand your heart's desire. Flow VR.
My name is Bix. I'm with a company called Flow, and I'm here to talk to you about a project that we've been working on for the past few months called Flow VR. Now, we truly believe that virtual reality can revolutionize meditation practice by allowing meditators to quickly reach depths of calm and focus. And we're doing some new cool things, and we're teaming up with Leap Motion to add the sense of your hands and be the first company to add hands to real-life footage. Yeah, so when the user enters the Flow VR, he or she can select from a range of meditation practices, beautiful locations around Iceland, and the perfect music to go with it. We believe we have a winning combination of elements, and little stage fright. Our team consists of Tristan Grippen, our CEO and meditation guru, Leifur Björnsson, our CTO or WizKid, and myself, Big Sigurdsson, and I'm the art director of the project. We're currently entering a seed funding round, and we're looking for strategic partnerships with investors and hardware developers. We plan to launch the demo now in October, first for the Samsung Gear, and then the other major platforms will follow, the Vive, the Oculus, and the PlayStation Morpheus. Please follow us on Facebook or sign up for our newsletter at flow.is. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah. The imagery is beautiful. That was really nice, so nice job on the creative side. What are your plans as far as how people will find the app? Who do you expect to download it, and will they pay for it? Will it be free?
Yeah, so the app will be free. There's going to be a few free meditation practices locations. Then we plan to have in-app purchases for other locations, and as well as a subscription model for $9.99 a month that allows the user to enter all of the experiences. We're still working on the go-to-market plan, and which is partly because the reason why we are looking for strategic partnerships. Yeah.
Very nice presentation, as you said, very nice images. My question is, you said you want to add hands. How, can you explain how you're going to use that in the meditation?
Yes, it's just, we believe it's, just having the hands in front of you, just being able to have a prayer pose, a meditation pose, it's going to add to the realism of the product, make it more enjoyable and relaxing. So we're working with Leap Motion to make that happen.
Could you tell us a little bit about your team's background and what expertise you guys have?
Sure. Tristan, our CEO and our guru, she's been meditating for over 20 years, teaching and practicing meditation. Leifur Björnsson, he has a degree in computer science and is our programmer. Myself, he also has a music background. Myself, I have a music background as well, and as well as design. And we're working with an amazing photographer named Snorri Tryggvason, who's going to be our director of photography.
I'm wondering, only Iceland, only pictures from Iceland. What is the reason for that?
Well, this is going to be our first VR app. We have plans, if this goes well, we have plans to, we can go and make other experiences around the world. Why Iceland? It's, we all love Icelandic nature. We love Icelandic music, and we love to meditate, and we think it's the perfect combination.
Okay, I have a question. Some people like to close their eyes when they're meditating.
Exactly.
So could you use this without the VR?
Yes, we're making a phone app as well as Apple TV station. There's many ways to meditate. Indians, for example, they have their eyes open, focusing on a tree or a mountain while they meditate. So it's just a different way to meditate.
A little bit on the go-to-market strategy. Now, the wellness and health business is really huge.
Yes.
There are a lot of opportunities there for VR and lots of applications to go in there, disrupt that market. Have you thought about working with psychiatrists and people, professional people that can subscribe therapies to people using this?
Absolutely, that's definitely in the plan, and we're working with music therapists and psychologists. We have many ideas to implement the product in hospitals or with therapies to work against anxiety, depression, things like that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Flow VR. Next we have from Finland, Iceflake.
So hello, my name is Lasse Liljedal and I am the CEO of Iceflake Studios. Today I want to talk about serious simulation and strategy games. But first, a few words about our company. We are a team of 7 experienced developers, and we have made games earlier for mobile, but more recently also for PC and consoles. In total, our games have over 25 million players. Why simulation and strategy? Well, we like to play them ourselves, but they are also games that sell well. And here are just a few examples of the biggest names on the market. We want to look at the bigger picture. And these games are also a great platform for learning-based education and simulation games. And that market is huge. And it is also estimated to more than double in the next few years. These games will also highly benefit from the growing VR market. Our biggest step into this direction is our latest release. It is an open-world ice fishing game called Iceflake. We released it on Steam and on iOS earlier this summer, and it has now over 50,000 players. The reception has been excellent, and the reviews are very positive. It is also a game with high social values, and many YouTubers and streamers have noticed it and made videos about it, and those videos have over 10 million views on these channels. Iceflake was also playable in the Rio Olympics a couple of months ago, where in the official Finland house, where it represented the culture, education, and technology of our country. And next week, we are releasing a VR version of the game on Steam. And if you haven't tried it already, you can drop by at our booth on the 2nd floor and test it yourself. This is the direction where we want to go. Make games that are fun to play for everyone, but games that still have a serious aspect in them. Games that have high social values, and games that allow players to create content themselves and share that with the others. These are the games we want to make and expand the market to wider audiences, but also to other companies that would like to get their brands visible in our games, and to companies or organizations that would like to use a VR-based simulations for educational purposes. Thank you.
So the strategy is to make lots of small games, or how does it work?
The games are actually not that small. This is a large-scale PC game I showed here. Mm-hmm. The games will be premium games, not free-to-play games, and they are meant for multi-platform releases.
Okay, can you explain a little bit about you talked about learning, education?
Yes.
Can you explain what type of applications those are?
Yes, sure. The games are more serious games. So, for example, this ice fishing game was used in Rio Olympics to show Finnish culture and education in a way that it teaches a lot about nature and how to do fishing and that kind of stuff. But the other games we are planning could be, for example, a forest machine game where you could learn using the forest machine in the VR environment and kind of learn to use those machines. And it is a kind of a game that you can sell on Steam for normal players, because there are lots of players who like to play this kind of games. For example, Euro Truck Simulator, which is basically just driving a truck. But this kind of games have wide audiences, and players are very dedicated to games like these. And they tend to play multiple games like this. And it can be used for education in different environment and for fun for normal consumers.
Couple questions. So you mentioned you have 25 million players across your other games. How long have you been making games, and how big is the team, and how have you been distributing those games? Are they for pay or kind of in-app purchases? What's the model for those?
First years, we have started 2007. First years we made just mobile games, and there are lots of free-to-play games, but more recently we have made also premium games. Most of the numbers come of course, from the free-to-play games, but more recently, the numbers I showed here, like 50,000 players on this game, which is premium, and there are now coming games that are premium games and not anymore free-to-play games.
Great. And for the VR experience of ice fishing, will you charge for that? Will that be on Steam? Kind of what will be the go-to-market there?
With ice fishing game, we are doing a free update on Steam to our existing game. So we kind of have the player base already there, but we get more attention to our current game. But in the future, we want to make games that are playable without VR, but will highly benefit from using the VR environment and can be used in different environments and different purposes.
Are you working with a publisher or doing everything yourself?
So far, we have self-published everything.
Impressive.
Thanks.
We have time for one more question.
Okay, so I did the VR demo upstairs yesterday. It was awesome. I'm from San Francisco, and I've never gone ice fishing before. What other? I like that you guys are taking like using it as a way to share culture. The story about doing it at the Olympics is very cool. What other things are you considering? What other sort of experiences are you considering that people can try? And then, how can you make it so it's like really accessible? I didn't know anything about ice fishing, and I had all these lures to pick from. I didn't know how like deep to like put the lure in the water stuff. So, what other things, and how do you make it really easy for people?
Do you mean this game or our future games?
Future games, yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, our idea is that players who play these games are very dedicated to these, and they will play multiple games. But for example, if you take a sports game, football for example, those players basically buy FIFA and play that the whole year. But players who play these tend to play several different games, and they play long hours. Our average playtime for this is 10 to 20 hours, and that is really much. And we see that there is lots of potential in this field because there are lots of players who want to play these games, but it is not so narrow to make games like these, simulation games and strategy games, than, for example, it would be for sports games, because there are not that many ways to make a football game, but there are lots of different topics that you can make a simulation or strategy game, and like that you have kind of lots of variation what you can do and get people interested.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the last company of the Slush Play pitching competition is from Norway, MovieMask.
Hi, I'm Ada, and I'm a student from Norway. 8 months ago, me and my two best friends started designing this super cool toy called the MovieMask. We got the idea after seeing Hateful Eight by Quentin Tarantino at a movie theater in San Francisco, and we wanted to recreate this experience in an HMD. The MovieMask looks like this, and it's a portable cinema. To use it, you simply put any smartphone in the lid, you put your favorite movie on, for example, via Netflix, and you put it on, and boom, you're in a movie theater. This experience is enabled through custom-made optics that we have developed in relation to very talented opticians. Unlike most VR glasses that are available on the market today, we have chosen to focus on the 2D content that you find on Netflix, HBO, etc. This is often cumbersome to access with VR glasses. We also differentiate ourselves by not splitting up the screen and therefore losing the video quality. We also are very simple to use, and we have like this different but trendy design. The last 8 months, we've had over 25 iterations of prototypes, and we've tested on over 500 users. Our main customers are young people that use their smartphone to everything. It's perfect for them because you can use the MovieMask everywhere, on the couch, on the train, on the plane, or like this guy at an outdoor movie theater eating popcorn that we organized in Norway last week. It also works very well with 360 movies. Last week at Norway's largest career fair, Telenor had recorded a 360 movie from their offices, and they used our MovieMask to give the students the feeling of a normal day at the office. Blue Eye Robotics has bought 10 MovieMasks from us because they wanted something that could recreate the feeling of being underwater while they are developing their subsea drones. Last week, 3 weeks ago, we launched on Kickstarter. We have 1 week left. We reached our goal in 3 hours, and we have backers from all over the world, but not anyone from Iceland. Right now, we are aiming to become the Christmas gift of 2016 in Norway. And after that, we want to become a world-recognized HMD brand. And here, we're looking for good advice from talented and experienced people to help us reach our goal. And this is our team. Thank you.
This is probably the first time that I see a VR device that I would actually like to put on my face. It looks pretty.
That's nice.
How heavy is it?
How heavy? Ooh, I don't know.
Because I have neck problems, and that's one of the things that I feel is keeping me from using these devices.
Yeah. If you would like, you could hold it if you would like to.
Let me give it a try after.
Yeah. I'll be here, and I have my phone and videos and everything. So, but because of the strap, and normally you wouldn't be standing like this. You would probably be sitting like this. So it's perfect. It's not heavy for the experience to be comfortable.
And what has the user feedback been about that, using the device?
The feedback has been great. I think a lot of people are surprised because they think that having a phone here is uncomfortable, and then they try it, and it's like, oh, it actually works. And also, we have had feedback that if you have a bit, your sight is really bad, then you don't get a real good experience because you would use your own lenses. Because only small glasses will fit. So I guess that's the negative thing about it. You can't fit your regular size glasses in it. But other than that, the feedback has been very good.
All right.
How are you going to distribute this? Is it going to be out physically in the stores that you can buy, or can people order it online?
We hope that we can get this one in niche retail stores in Norway before Christmas. To make it a bit exclusive. And after that, we want to distribute online. We have also thought about the idea of bundling it with, for example, iPhones. And we have an intention deal with a telecom company in Norway that I think this is a good idea, so that they can give this as a add-on to their product to differentiate themselves.
Sorry, how was the price otherwise if you have to buy it?
$90 in retail.
90?
Yeah, 90, yeah.
Have you thought about the social aspects in this? Watching a movie with a friend?
Yeah, one thing we're thinking about is if you want to see different movies, it's perfect. But of course, if you're arranging a social evening with your friends, this is not the ideal device, but our users and a lot of young streamers today are watching movies from their iPhone alone, especially while traveling or being at home. So yeah, we think it's a device that you use mostly alone.
So one of the challenges in general about hardware or anything kind of physical is it may become a commodity. Or other people may enter the market, or they're going to be cheap knockoffs overseas. How do you intend to kind of differentiate or prevent against that, especially someone even coming in this market with a lower cost competitor?
Yeah. What we aim to do to avoid that problem is to make ourselves famous or well recognized very quickly. So MovieMask is the term for HMD watching movies, like GoPro is the term for action cameras. So everything else is kind of like a copy of the MovieMask. That's what we're hoping for.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's give a big hand to our awesome startups.
Okay, what will happen next?
So the judges will come together and decide on who's going to win the Slush Play pitching competition.
And we will be back here after 5 p.m. today to announce the winner on the stage.
See you later. Thank you.